afternoon once again, Madam Permanent Secretary, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Governor, directors, officials of the Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, members of the press, and all other protocol respectfully observed. Today is another chapter in our quest to throw clarity on some of the issues surrounding some of our industrial layouts, which is the Kamalo industrial layout sometimes 2 years ago. As you are aware that there has been an ongoing investigation going on, and people expected to have the results of that investigation. I promised Parliament last month that I was going to deliver this report so that people can now begin to work on those who have been qualified and whose allocation is not affected by the outcome of this investigation can commence work tomorrow morning. Let me repeat, from tomorrow morning, they can commence work. By the time I assumed office, the Kamalo Task Force was already commissioned. And however, my first media engagement with you, I promised that once the task force has completed its mandate, I will make the report public. Kamalo Task Force was commissioned following an executive order to the Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, culminating with the numerous complaints from general public. The government, through the Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, set up a multi-sectorial task force to review land allocation process at the Kamalo layout and to determine the extent of impropriety. The task force, upon completion of its responsibility, submitted a 34-page report with 14 recommendations to my office. Upon receipt of the report, my ministry transmitted the same to the Attorney General Chambers, requesting for a legal advice. Consequently, the Attorney General Office proffered 2 options for my consideration. On the basis of the above, I hereby adopt the 14-point recommendation of the task force into consideration. The legal opinion offered by the Minister of Justice. Recommendations are read as thus. Recommendation 1. On the recommendation for the Ministry of Local Government Religious Affairs, Lands Religious Affairs, to develop a national policy so as to outline the country's agenda on land administration and management and the roles and responsibilities of all the authorities in the land management is hereby adopted, and the implementation is on high gear for the completion of the land policy. Recommendation 2. On the recommendation for the ministry to endeavor to have a proper filing system in place and ensure that efforts are made to the effect that the Kamalo file is produced is also hereby adopted. Remember, the Kamalo file disappeared immediately after the investigation commenced. We've still not got the file, but we hope to see the file soon. Recommendation 3. On the recommendation to cancel the Kamalo layout in entirety as an industrial layout is hereby varied and substituted with option number 2 of the legal opinion. Accordingly, Kamalo proper is hereby maintained and Kamalo extension is hereby revoked in its thought entirely. The second Kamalo is entirely revoked. They will be written to. All those who were allocated land there will be officially communicated in writing that their allocation have been revoked. On 5th, the recommendation to revoke those allocations within Kamalo proper that are without ministerial approval is hereby adopted. Number 6, on the recommendation to revoke allottees within Kamalo proper that have not applied with proper business registration certificate, payment receipt of application fees is accordingly adopted. Recommendation 7. On the recommendation to establish a clear-cut criteria for allocating multiple plots to an individual entity is hereby adopted. Consequently, allottees with multiple allocation hereby forfeit one to the state within Kamalo proper. In short, those who were given two will now be left with one. Recommendation 8. On the recommendation to conduct a comprehensive general and specific environmental impact assessment at Kamalo proper prior to any further development on the site is adopted. The allocation given to one Modumbai without a ministerial approval is hereby revoked as per task force recommendation in Kamalo proper. 10. On the recommendation to revoke those allocations to allottees who submitted their personal bank account statement instead of the company's bank account statement with Kamalo proper is hereby adopted. Finally, on the recommendation to hold those officials accountable for the missing Kamalo file is hereby adopted. Total number of plots in both Kamalo extension and layout forfeited. Kamalo proper was 40 plots in total. 12 have been forfeited. Kamalo extension, 28, all cancelled. On the multiple allocation in Kamalo proper, names of allottees listed. JFR Trading were given plot 12 and 13. Plot 13 have been revoked. GOPI Furniture Limited was given plot 2027, plot 27 revoked. Hydra Foam Manufacturing was given plot 14 and 15, plot 15 revoked. GQ Trading Company Limited, Co. Mohammed Jah, was given plot 23, 24, plot 24 revoked. Sen J.E.J. Jija and Sons, Sen Jija and Sons, was given plot 4 and plot 5. Plot 5 forfeited. Interstate Company Investment was given plot 22 and 25. Plot 25 forfeited. On allocation to ineligible applicants, the Kamalo proper. Woode Trading, plot number 3, forfeited. On presented application files, name of allottees, GOPI, Gopi Furniture, plot 20 and 27. That has already been said, isn't it? Yes. Then Gambisara White House, plot 30, forfeited. Gamplus Enterprise Limited, plot 16, forfeited. On ineligible applicants, name of allottees, Maro Farms, plot 26, forfeited. The 7 plots compensation to the Sise family by the ministry without any evidence presented with task force as to the integrity of the compensation process has left the whole compensation with more uncertainty and likelihood of abuse of process. In conclusion, the ministry has also noted with concern the task force recommendation on the staff of the ministry adversely mentioned by the report and consequently adopted the task force recommendation against them. Matter concluded. Ladies and gentlemen, I consider the matter over and closed. Good day.